Hey, welcome back to Beer Geek Beer Reviews, and today is the day that I'm doing a review for you on 2016 Founders KBS. Man, I had this at the bar the other night, and I was just blown away. Let's pop the top and get into it, man. I'm not gonna waste no time with you today. I want to do this, and here we go. Now, I don't know the specific particulars with this. This is not going to keep the head, I'm sure of it. Um, Hence the reason why I'm pouring a little harder than normal, especially on some of these beers. Make sure we get all the lovely goodness. Um, okay, now let me go into my little rhetoric here. This year's batch, they said that they had made two different batches of KBS, one for everywhere else and some for the places that cannot get any of these beers that are over 12%, especially here in Ohio. So what they had done, or what had happened was, it just comes in at 11.9% ABV. Now, this is just by my hearsay or my, understanding of the brewing company, or in the brewing industry, should I say. I don't believe for 1 minute that we're near the original, like 11.9. Oh, it could be. I'm not saying it is not, but at the same time, why would you go to those extreme lengths to dumb down your perfect product? I mean, especially the ones that are sought after so much. Why would you go from 12.4, which is everybody else's version, to dumbing down or watering down your 11.9 version? I don't think so. Shh. But the one thing that I'm really happy about is that it says that it was bottled on 3/9/16. Happy birthday to me. Man, you bottled this on my birthday, man. I found that out and I was ecstatic. Other than that, let's go ahead and get into this beer. I already wasted way too much time talking about some stupid crap. Anywho, I'm doing this. If you can't see this, I'm actually doing it in the Founders tulip glass here. Always lovely to represent the brewing company in a whole. All right. Anywho, now that we've lost the head was a nice mocha tannish brown color. Now what we're working with is just this thick black hole. And anybody who has ever had a Founders KBS knows exactly that. I mean, it is pretty much breakfast stout aged in Kentucky bourbon barrels. Um, I don't know if anything else has changed. If they've just taken that recipe and just brewed it up and threw it into these Kentucky bourbon barrels and let it age anywhere from 6, 8 to 12 months. Um, it just says on the back here, it says what we've got here is an imperial stout brewed with a massive amounts of coffee and chocolate and then cave aged in oak bourbon barrels for an entire year to make sure the wonderful bourbon undertones come through in the finish and make the taste buds squeal with delight. I really like that. Nice write up. Anywho, um, so if it's not the breakfast stout, which I'm almost guaranteeing that it should be, ale brewed with chocolate, coffee, aged in bourbon barrels. Anywho, it's their stout recipe, whether or not it's got the oats in it or not. They've taken this, they've brewed it with coffee, they've brewed it with chocolate, and poof, into the bourbon barrels it goes. Anywhere, in my guess, 6, 8, 12, 12 months, whatever. Here's the final product. This year's is the best year that I have ever had, and I've had since I've had I'm pretty sure that I had 13 or well 12. I've had 12, I've had 13, 14, 15, and now 16. Um, and with what I know, this is just phenomenally great. right off rip, what you're smelling, or what you can pick up from this just out of the aromatics, is you're going to pick up the coffee notes, you're going to pick up the chocolate notes, you're going to pick up the oak notes. Yes, you can definitely smell the oakiness in this. And you're going to smell the alcohol, which that kind of was like thrown at me when I had this the first night. I mean, it's almost like that medical alcohol aroma. And I'm just like, I can smell it. Why can't I smell it so bad? I'm also smelling like a licorice aroma. I'm also smelling like a latte aroma. Like dirty, earthy aroma. But Prost, here we go. Boom. Perfection in a glass. That's what I'm going to say about this. One, the alcohol aroma that I was picking up is barely detectable here. Um, I'm definitely getting the chocolate, deep, dark baker's chocolate. I'm definitely getting the roasted malts, loads of the roasted malts. Um, I'm definitely picking up the coffee, that roasted coffee flavor. I'm also picking up that kind of like licorice, black licorice in there. There's some mocha tones, is there? It's definitely big. It's definitely earthy. It's got a full mouth feel to it. I don't know what else I could possibly say to this. It's just one hell of a good beer. So if you haven't gotten out there, you haven't, found this yet. I mean, it's everywhere in our beer groups that I'm part of. I see everybody picking this up. Whether or not area, we cannot get 4 packs. Nope, ain't happening. They sell these in singles. And by singles, the place that I went to, one of my favorite places here locally, Barrel 33, great craft beer bar, liquor bar, um, little bistro, great place to visit. Um, I actually was able to, they had a limit of 2. So, I mean, that's not too bad. I have a place to go to up here in Kent over the weekend. They're doing a Founders Tap takeover here at 101 bottles of beer on the wall. And I'm pretty damn sure that they're only going to allow 1 per customer as they raffle them off. Yeah. But they're going to be able to have this on tap. So I'm going to do a quick overview of how this did out of bottle compared to what is going to be on tap. So stay tuned. I will also throw that one up as well. That one will probably just be a couple-minute video, and boom, there you're going to have it. But overall, this is my favorite year by far. So whatever Founders has done this year, continue to do it. I love this beer the way that you guys have done it this year, and I don't really want it to change because overall, compared to the previous years, it was a hot mess. I mean, you got way too much alcohol. You got way too much flavor, as in the coffee it was either coffee forward, it was chocolate forward, it was malt forward, and the bourbon took the back seat. But this year, it is the most balanced that it has ever been. I can't say that I did not like say 13 or 14 because it was more bourbon forward. I am definitely a bourbon fan. Hence the reason why some of these bourbon barrel aged beers are my favorite. Um, but overall, I love how balanced this beer has been thus far. So if anybody from the brewing company up in Grand Rapids, happens to see this, 2 thumbs up, dude. A plus, A plus 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 plus. You guys have done a phenomenal job, and continue to make this beer just this way because it's top notch. All right, See you guys again later, man. Peace, Pro Stuce, and as always, thumbs up if you liked the video, thumbs down if you disliked it. If you've had this beer, especially the 2016 version, let me know what you guys like about it. Let me know what you dislike about it, and I will talk to you guys again later. All right, peace.